Good morning, Destiny School, and welcome to our TP session for this morning. I realise that everybody's at home and you're with your family, you're with your caregivers, your older brothers and sisters or younger brothers and sisters. So what a wonderful time to come together to share this TEP lesson together, and you can help each other to go through it, because you may need a little bit of help here and there. Last week's lesson we talked about there is one God, remember, and he's made up of how many parts? That's right, he's made up of 3 parts. Can you remember those parts? There was God the Father, there was God the Son, and there was God the Holy Spirit. And we talked about that, of what the makeup of God was. Part of God's makeup, as we're going to talk about today, is that God is spirit. So that's a little bit different to you and I, because you and I are flesh, you see. We're made up of flesh, we're made up of bone inside there, there's muscle inside there, we've got a heart, we've got lungs, we've got all those types of things. And but God is spirit, and for the most part of the time you can't see God, and God's invisible, okay? But that is his makeup as spirit, and we're going to be talking about this over the next few weeks to give you a little bit more understanding. But for now, we just want to talk about the makeup of God, that he is a spirit, okay? And you can't see that. So what I want you to do is, I want you to do a little exercise where you go through your home, and I want you to try and find 10 things that are made up of something different. For example, I found a spoon in my office, okay? And I know this spoon is made up of something called plastic, okay? So I'm giving you one thing there's plastic, but you got to find your own thing, okay? And I also know that I'm made up of flesh and bone and skin and hair and all those amazing things, all right? But I want you to see if you can go and find 10 things that are made up of something different, okay? That's your first exercise. You can go and do that and see if you can find that, because there's lots of things that are made up of different things. Now, God is made up of spirit, okay? So, and we can't see that. We'll talk a little bit further about that later. But for now, it's a little bit tricky, isn't it, to try and think, well, how can something be real that you actually can't see? Good question. So what I want you to do now is, I want you also in this week, I want you to go and I want you to write down some things that you can't see but are actually real. Now, I can think of about 4 or 5 things straight off my mind, and I'm going to give you one to help you, okay? I won't give you, I'll do some of that. I'll do a harder one, because I know you can think of some of the easier ones, okay? So there's something that I know that is real that I can't see, and that is gravity, okay? That's a little bit of a harder one. That's gravity. That's the thing that keeps us stuck to the earth without us floating away. That's a force that's working on you and I to keep us on the earth. It's called gravity. You can't see gravity, but gravity is real. Same as God. God is spirit. You can't see spirit, but spirit is real. So I want you now to go and see if you can find how many things. And this is like a little bit of a competition, because I want to see how many people can think up, because I can think of 4 other things straight off the top of my head right now. But it'd be real interesting to see what things you can come up with. And we'll have a little bit of a contest on this to see how many things you can find. Okay, is that cool? Now, that was more aimed at the junior and possibly middle school, seniors and intermediates. Okay, what I want you to do is Galatians chapter 5, verses 19 to 25. Now, this is talking about the difference between the spirit nature and the flesh nature. And there's a difference, okay? There's a difference between the flesh nature and the spirit nature. And I want you to go through, and I want you to read those and get a comparison of what is the difference from living according to the Spirit. God is Spirit. So if I live according to the Spirit, what does that mean for my life? And what I want you to do is, I want you to write out at least a few paragraphs, or at least one sentence on each one of those things. Okay, each one of those points. And I tell you what I'm going to do is, I'm going to turn here right now, Galatians and Ephesians. what did I say that was? It was 5 verse 19. Okay, here's something of these things right here. All right, so I'm seeing there that one of the works of the flesh is to be selfish. Okay, all right, so I want you to write down what are some of the things that you've possibly being selfish in. Okay, now when I go down to the verse 22, it says the fruits of the Spirit is love. Okay, that's the first one. I won't do the rest, but I want you to go through there, and I want you to write just a little paragraph for each one of these points of why it's important to have this. Okay, so obviously it's important for me to have love so that I can honor people, and just so I can love my wife and treat her with honor and respect. Okay, so that's a point why I need love, why I need the Spirit. Then also why I don't need the flesh, because I don't want to be somebody that's selfish. I don't want to be somebody that's always thinking about ourselves. So I want you to go through those two things, the flesh and the Spirit, and I want you to write a little paragraph from each one of why it's not good to live according to the flesh, but why it is good and important for all these little points that they've got there of why we should be living by the Spirit. Okay, so that's your homework for TEP. Rip into that, and we will see you. I'm believing in faith that we're going to see you next Monday, and we'll catch up on all this stuff and go through a little bit more. So, hey, God bless. Have a great week. I know you're going to be watching lots of cartoons and movies and eating lollies and stuff like that, and hey, that's okay. It's all good. And we'll see you soon. God bless you at Destiny School. Awesome.